We make it to his van and he tells me to get something from the back. I go in, he locks the fucking door. I start banging on it. He doesn't open it. It sounds like you did get kidnapped. This is on you, bro. Dude, I'm in shock. We're cutting that. I feel slippery. Yo, damn, Starboy, you pulled it quick, bro. How we feeling? How we doing? Feeling all right? Hell yeah. You still in Vegas? I figure. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me, dude. Whoa, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Oh! It was fire, but I almost got kidnapped. Do you want to elaborate on that? Because that sounds pretty interesting. Getting almost kidnapped in Vegas. That's probably a good story, right? Whoa! I'm so fucked. Just chill. Want to hear the story? Yes, bro. Tell me about the story. How about how you fucking got kidnapped in Vegas, or almost got kidnapped by my fault. All right, so I was at my hotel, right? I'm going up the stairs, and I'm almost at my room, right? Okay, I'm with you. Going upstairs. You heading back from, you know, strippers, booze, and gambling. The works. I see you. And then what happened? I see this guy at the end of the hallway. It was like an old man, like 65, and he asked me if I wanted to go to the casino with him. That's a bad start. Yeah, I see where you went wrong. What? Wait, so like, did you approach him or what? I said no because I went earlier, but he basically forced me. What does that mean? What do you mean he basically forced you? Like he was just like super charismatic and he was like kind of like pulling you along? Like, come on, one more and one more. Like that kind of shit? Or like he's grabbing you and he's like, daddy needs his hand or something. We went to the casino. I was $500 by the way, and he told me to help him with his car. This seems like a scary predicament to be in. He was hella charismatic. Yeah, this sounds like, I don't know, if you're in Vegas, you become like a whole new breed of salesman, and also like a whole new breed of fucking weird and evil. That's creepy, man. That's a bad situation. Also, you lost $500? That's insane, man. I guess that's the Vegas way, but you know I'm a nice guy, so I go to help the dude. Yeah. You're gonna help him with your car? Or no, you're gonna help him with his car. My bad. I don't know. I'm fucking. All right, let me walk through this again. All right, so I was at my hotel, right? I'm going up the stairs. I'm almost in my room, right? I see this guy at the end of the hallway. It was like an old man, like 65, and he asked me if I wanted to go to the casino with him. I said no because I went earlier, but he basically forced me. We went to the casino. I lost $500 by the way, and he told me to help him with his car. He was hella charismatic. You know, I'm a nice guy, so I go to help the dude. We make it to his van, and he tells me to get something from the back. It's like a U-Haul. I go in, he locks the fucking door. I start banging on it. He doesn't open it. Yo, it sounds like you did get kidnapped, bro. This doesn't sound like how you almost. It sounds like you got kidnapped. What the fuck? This is like some Ted Bundy. He locks the fuck. Yo, this sounds actually horrifying. But to be fair, this is on you, bro. How? What are you? Why are you getting in that shit, bro? He drives off and he stops at a red light. Someone sees me banging on the door. Someone sees me, jumps out their car and tries to open it. What? He drives. What? He needs a key, so he gets back in his car and he blocks the U-Haul. What? Okay, I'm getting a little lost. He drives off and he stops at a red light. Someone sees me bang on the door. Someone sees me, jumps out. Someone sees me, jumps out of the car and tries to open it. He needs a key, so he gets back in his car and he blocks the U-Haul. The guy gets out. I think they start fighting or something. All I saw after that was the guy laid out on the floor and the other dude gets the keys and opens it. And I escape. What the fuck, dude? Is this real, bro? This sounds like the worst shit ever to experience. That was last night? True story. What the fuck? Dude, I'm in shock. Because my homie was already wasted at the hotel. So why are you getting in the van, bro? I'm a nice guy. That's fair. That was like 4 a.m. Damn. That is ridiculous, bro. I really want to believe you, but this is like the most outrageous shit I've ever heard, bro. And also, like, part of me doesn't want to believe it because this sounds like horrifying. This just sounds like an awful, 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 awful thing. I would not go back to Vegas. I don't know if I'd go outside if that happened to me. But, I mean, respect on you for helping people out. I'm way too paranoid to do some shit like that. Especially if it's in Vegas. If someone fucking talks to me in Vegas, I'm going for the kill. I'm going straight for the throat. Bro, it's fucking crazy. I had to file a report. That's insane. And then you just have to get on a plane the next morning and just leave. Ooh. I thought I was gonna be on Epstein Island in a minute. It does sound like, that sounds so specific, man. This is the craziest shit I've ever heard. So how you feel about Vegas now? How I feel about the big Las Vegas. My homie didn't believe me either. He thought I was on shrooms or something. What if you were on shrooms? I don't want to downplay your trauma. Actually, I'm not gonna say some shit like that. This is like The Hangover, if it was just horrible, if it was just bad. I'm never going to Vegas again in my fucking life. That's fair, bro. That's a really good story, though. Bro, I don't do drugs at all. You don't do no drugs. No drugs or alcohol. Have you done drugs? Or are you like a straight edge Samuel? If you count gambling as a drug, then yeah. It's not like, it's not the worst vice, but it's probably bottom 3. I can't lie. I think it's like killing, heroin, and then gambling. I think those are probably the bottom 3 as far as vices go. But I guess you're not hurting your body if you're doing, well, no, you're definitely hurting something in your body. You're hurting your spirit, you're hurting your mental. That's so crazy, bro. I was telling you, man, Vegas ain't the place. Fuck my spirit fares, bro. Spirit comes later. You just gotta keep that body healthy. That's all that matters. That's also not the worst mindset. I think spirit's pretty important, though. That might just be me, though. Aha, no shot. Oh, if this happened to me, I that would change me forever. I think I would have trouble, you know, like having people get close to me. I subbed to your YouTube, by the way. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you, bro. I don't know if you watch any of my videos. There's something. I got way more stories, bro. Atlanta resident, bro. One more. I think I'll just end it there. I'm gonna reflect on your story and try to. That just sounds so ridiculous, man. That sounds so awful. But I mean, that's what I expect out of Vegas. So fairs, I guess. Appreciate you pulling up. I like your yap sessions though. Hell yeah. That's all I got. I gotta be honest. Soon I'll try to like play games and shit. But right now, all I got is fucking yap sessions. So I appreciate you, you know, being the audience. W stream, bro. Thank you. All right. I'll see you later. Good night.